Example 4, find x and p. Now, you look at this and it looks close to something we've done before, which is called similar triangles, right? We got these two angles equal these two angles. Obviously, the third angles have to be equal for the same reason they have every other time we've seen this kind of problem, right? So at this point, I know for a fact these two triangles are at least similar triangles. Now, if I start comparing angles that are equal, I'm going to use red to identify this one. All right, let's start with the blue one. I know that this is blue, so P corresponds to 4x plus 1. I also know black and black, 6x plus 2 corresponds to 12x minus 4. Finally, red and red, I know that 6 corresponds to 6. Okay. Now, there's where the difference lies in this problem compared to the ones we've seen so far. Every problem we've seen so far, the ones circled in red were different numbers. This was 6, this was 7. This was 10, this was 18. All right? So they were different numbers. Now these two are the same sides. So here's what we have going on here. We have angle, 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 because all three angles are equal, right? We also have side. Angle, 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 side. All right? So not only are all three angles equal, we have a pair of corresponding sides also equal. It's not good enough that, like, if this was 6 down here, those aren't corresponding sides. That's not good enough. They have to be the corresponding sides being equal to each other. But if you have angle, 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 side, that leads us to congruent triangles. And the property of a congruent triangle that we're going to use here is that corresponding sides are equal. So 6 equals 6, that means that 6x plus 2 has to equal 12x minus 4. That also means that 4x plus 1 has to equal p. So if I take those two truths, that 6x plus 2 is equal to 12x minus 4, and also that 4x plus 1 has to equal p. Now look at those two equations. Which one can be solved right off the bat?
6x.
The black one, right? The 6x plus 2 equals 12x minus 4. The only variable that we have here is x. This has x and p. That has two variables. So I can't solve a two-variable problem from scratch, but I can solve a one-variable problem from scratch. So, but again, is everybody okay with how I got from the figure to the two equations? The 6's are equal, which means every corresponding pair of sides is equal. Okay? This equals this, that equals that. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the 4 over here, which makes plus 4. The 6x over here makes minus 6x. 4 plus 2 on the left is 6. 12x minus 6x on the right is 6x. If 6 equals 6x, we divide by 6, we get x equals 1.
So that means they're both 1.
X equals 1, which tells me then I can come over here and change this to 4 times 1 plus 1 equals p, which means that p would have to equal 4 plus 1, which is 5. All right? I can't solve 4x plus 1 equals p until I know what either x or p equals. The black one got me what x equaled, and I was able to substitute it in to find out what p equaled. All right? The main idea of this problem is congruent triangles are going to start happening on your homework now. We're still going to get similar triangles with proportions. We're also going to get congruent triangles with equations. Congruent triangles, side equals side is going to be the way you create equations. Corresponding pieces are required to do that.